Good morning, folks, and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween. Lots of stuff going on outside today. We've got high school football. Louisiana Tech plays tonight. Obviously, we've got some trick-or-treating going on. Lots of candy to be handed out. It's Halloween. Lots of moving and shaking. The good news is the weather will not be a deterrent to any of your evening plans tonight. Janice, good morning. Thanks so much for stopping in to the Digital Weather Desk. Again, powered by Century Next Bank, the exclusive banking partner of the Digital Weather Desk. In this morning's forecast, made possible by ServPro, Monroe, West Monroe. Fire or water damage, mold, storm repair, call or click servpro.com today. It is a chilly start in a lot of areas, outperforming what we expected for morning lows. We expected some 38s and 39s, but it's 37 currently in Magnolia, Camden, and El Dorado. Again, there was the patchy frost potential. Hopefully you listened, and if you have plants that didn't like the frost or can't tolerate the cold temperatures, hopefully you moved them in last night. We kind of warned that was a possibility. And Janet says they do have some light frost in Crossit, where temperatures are probably right around that 38, 39 degree mark. So, again, hopefully you took heed of the warnings and moved those plants inside if the frost is a no-go for you. Could run that into that problem again on Monday morning. You'll see that in the overnight lows and kind of how things look to shake out early next week. It's a pretty straightforward look at the forecast today, folks. There's not a whole lot going on over the next 7 days or so. Again, gives you the opportunity to kind of, not pay attention to the forecast as much. Again, as you launch this weather platform, and we're now almost 2 months in, I just, again, acknowledge the fact that there are some days where you don't need live streams from me. We'll provide them anyway, but there are a lot of instances where you can just kind of check the app, move on your merry way. And today is generally kind of one of those days. Dew points are in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Again, there has been some patchy frost that has developed across the region. Jan, good morning to you. David, good morning to you. And thanks so much for joining in on the forecast this morning. Visibility, again, limited in some spots, down to 1 mile in Alexandria. In fact, the wife drove in late last night from Lake Charles from work, and she said that there, even late last night at the 8, 9, 10 o'clock hour, there was some fog developing across the southern parishes. So, again, exercise caution. It is pretty patchy, but visibility down to 3 miles in Camden, 6 miles in Magnolia. So what limited visibility issues or limiting issues that we are seeing across the region this morning? Words are hard sometimes. Most of it looks to be fairly patchy and limited. Look at the satellite radar composite over the last 6 hours. High pressure at the surface is going to move right over the top of us today, and that's going to allow for quite a bit of sunshine on this Friday, Halloween afternoon and evening. But we are watching our next disturbance, which is going to be kind of a deepening storm system that really kind of enhances itself over our area, which doesn't really give us the most favorable rain chances. Futurecast made possible by Paiute Power Sports I-20 frontage road in Monroe. Again, side-by-side, youth side-by-side, and ATV season is upon us. Hunting season and the holiday season. Limited supply, but make sure that you go in and check them out with Mike and the guys. And if you pick up one for your kiddo, pick up one for me too. Sheila, good morning. But as we go into the afternoon hours tomorrow, Gloria, good morning to you. Cloud cover will start to pick back up across the area as we turn our attention toward the trough of low pressure and a weak cold front that will advance through the region. Some of the latest computer models want to bump the rain chances up a smidgen across southern Arkansas for Saturday afternoon, generally in the 30% range. I've kept them at 20% for now. I'll do a full refresh of the forecast. Already refreshed it once, but we'll refresh it again by midday and kind of take a better look at those rain chances as the new data comes in. Again, the latest data is kind of hinting at 30%. We're going to keep it at 20% for now. If the trend continues, may have to bump them up going into tomorrow. But it will increase cloud cover. Again, if you have outdoor plans tomorrow, Grambling and ULM both play tomorrow at home. The rest of our college games are either tonight or they are away games. So, I wouldn't change your evening or your afternoon plans. If you're going to the game, go to the game. But be prepared that it'll be cloudy and a spotty light shower could be had, but again, not expecting a washout for any particular area. In fact, the rain total forecast is essentially, if we are going to see rain, it probably won't be measurable in many spots. Debbie and May, good morning to you folks as well. Big sprawling upper low is kind of what deepens out of this developing storm system, and a look at Futurecast mid-level winds shows kind of how the upper level patterns in flux. That's the Saturday storm system. Again, as it swings through the region, it kind of deepens just to our north. It's not one of these storm systems that's already maturing as it moves through. In fact, it kind of picks up its strength and then cuts off from the upper level pattern as it just sprawls out over the southeastern United States. That looks to keep us kind of sun-filled as we stay to the west of this big upper low system through the middle or early to middle parts of next week. So it generally keeps us very fall-like, and then the pattern kind of breaks down and waits for the next big storm system, which could be in that Friday to Saturday time frame of next week. But that's a long way from now, and specifics cannot be trusted in terms of the forecast models between now and then. I've already showed you the drought monitor yesterday and some of the rainfall deficits. These are new temperature outlooks. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook still trends us above normal. Again, average high should be about 70, 71. So anything above that is considered above normal. Carolyn, and Debbie, and May, good morning to you. Precip outlook also trending drier than normal, which obviously is a bummer because we were finally starting to trend in the right directions in terms of rain totals and things like that for the second half of the month of October. Now as we go into November, looks like we're going dry again. The temperature outlook, again, for 8 to 14 day outlook, which coincidentally is from November 8th to November 14th, still trends above average temperature-wise and below average precip-wise. So, again, kind of a bummer as we head through the first half of the month of November. That doesn't mean we won't see rain. It just means that we will likely trend below average. I love these Halloween forecast graphics, so I had to use pretty much every background I had available to me, and I still have like 5 or 6 I didn't use. Daytime highs today, upper end of the 60s. I would not be surprised to see some areas hit the 70-degree mark, but it'll be sun-filled and mild and pleasant. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 10. Susie, good morning to you. Overnight lows tonight will fall back into the mid-40s. Again, a few clouds could sneak in overnight, but for your trick-or-treating forecast and things of that nature, should be a beautiful night. Kickoff temperature for a lot of our high school games will likely be right at 60, upper 50s. And then obviously falling as the night progresses. Rain chances tonight close to 0. And of course, we'll have your full football forecast and stuff a little bit later today. Look at the 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Hardware. Shows the small rain chances. I, again, kept them conservative for Saturday. But a busy weekend across the region. And that starts today with Halloween festivities, high school football and college football, things of that nature, with upper 60s for highs. The cloud cover in the weak cold front Saturday does bring temperatures back down for Sunday, probably into the low 60s. Some spots may struggle to get out of the 50s. Morning lows fall back into the 40s. Monday morning looks to be our coldest morning of the week widespread, with much of northern Louisiana hovering near 40 or into the upper end of the 30s. And southern Arkansas and western portions of western Mississippi, especially as you move toward Greenville and some of those areas, could see the mid to upper 30s by that point. So again, Monday morning could be some frost potential and frost concerns as well. But once we hit Monday morning, it's a pretty sharp warming trend after that, getting us back into the 70s and maybe even approaching the 80-degree mark by the end of next week. And I know if you're thinking, 80 in November? What? 70s and 80s are almost possible almost year-round in this area. I tell folks when they move to this area for the first time for the holiday season, don't be surprised if you're wearing shorts for Christmas or parkas in February. I mean, it's winter in the Arklamis is weird stuff. That's a look at the forecast for today. A reminder, though, that the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, is a digital weather platform serving 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi. It is made possible 100% free to you by the local businesses that you see there on your screen. If you're a local business and would like to get involved, you can email me at jared@digitalweatherdesk.com. I've been taking a couple of those phone calls over the last couple of afternoons, and love to see folks that want to be a part of what we're doing here. How can you support? First, and I need to update this graphic, download the Digital Weather Desk app, available for Apple and Android users. That's number one. Two, follow us on your favorite social media platforms. You don't have to follow us on all of them. Just follow us on your favorite ones. Like, comment, and share the content when you deem it important to do so. And then probably most importantly, that's even above the number one, is support our local business partners when you can, if you can. Again, we acknowledge the fact that not everyone needs a roofer or storm repairs or a bankruptcy attorney or something like that. Some of those services you don't need every day. Some of those you only need once in a lifetime. Sometimes you never need them. But when you do need them, keep those names in mind, because again, we just ask folks to support those who support us. Your Too Long Didn't Read comes out about 9:30 in the morning. We do have a kiddo under the weather for Halloween here, so the content schedule may bend and flex a smidge on this Friday, so I can be a dad, which is pretty cool if I say so myself. But we'll have your Too Long Didn't Read out at 9:30. We'll have your football forecast this afternoon. I'll join you midday for a look at the live stream as we get ready for trick-or-treating and football tonight. Like I said, those football forecasts come out early afternoon. We'll have an evening stream as well. And then we're set for the weekend. Fishing game later tonight. So it's a full day, despite the fact that we are starting to cruise into the weekend. Of course, forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com or on the Digital Weather Desk app, available for Apple and Android users. And again, your fishing game forecast comes out later tonight, made possible by First South Farm Credit. Have a great Friday. Hey, if you're out and about tonight, don't drink and drive, please. That goes without saying every day. And secondly, be extra cautious in subdivisions and neighborhoods and stuff like that tonight. There'll be a lot of kids running around. It gets dark quickly. Just slow down. Remember the night and the fact that there's a lot of folks out and about tonight. Be patient as you go here and there as well. And enjoy the evening. Make sure everybody gets home safely. Sharon, thanks for joining us on YouTube. And that pretty much wraps it up for the forecast today. Like I said, I'll join you a little bit later on as we update the forecasts for the rest of the day. As always, I'm glad you're here, and thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank.